Hello there, and what is up, YouTube? Clinkbait here, and today, guys, I'm going to be bringing you guys a look at the new Transformers Studio Series. Well, not 86, but I mean, it is 86, technically. They just took it off the packaging, as, you know, always. But here we have the new Studio Series BONECRUSHER, and yeah, I got this guy, like, I think it was last week I got him. Last week? Yeah, I think it was last week I got him, but I'm now getting around to reviewing it because work. And the great words of Shikamaru, work's a drag, man. Work's a drag. But anyway, guys, so I finally got some time to just sit down today, review him, and yeah, I thought I'd try maybe something a little bit different today. But yeah, as you can see here, we got him blasting Brawn, which I know is not accurate to the movie, but I mean, I thought it'd be a funny thing, okay? But anyway, guys, so we're gonna stop it right here and let's get right into this. Alright, and so here he is. Here we have BONECRUSHER. And yeah, he's kind of he's a stunky boy. You know, he's got a nice shape to him. He's a jolly little fellow, but honestly, I've been having fun with him. He's neat. He's cool. I know a lot of people have kind of complained about him having like ball joint arms, but I mean, the original Combine Wars figure did have that too, so I mean, it's not really an excuse. I mean, it's Hasbro. What you gonna do about it? And then a lot of other people have complained about the lack of paint on the guy, which I can understand that because let's see. I'll throw up a picture like right here, comparing him to like the cartoon model or movie model, whatever, because I can't really remember how he looked exactly. Like, me and my one buddy were talking, but mainly we just remember them all just being, like, primarily green with, like, some colors sprinkled in. So it's kind of like, but I kind of do see, like, what some people were saying. And again, if you kind of, you know, you do bring the Combine Wars in right here, bring them out. You know, they did add like, some silver and stuff here, you know, to, kind of help break it up. But, I mean, Toy Hacks will probably make us some labels to add to this guy, so there's that. And also the original Combine Wars, probably, you know, they were working with probably maybe a bigger budget, I guess, so that's probably why some figures got more stuff than that. But I don't know. I'm just here being a wannabe toy reviewer, guys. But anyway, so accessories wise, he does come with a nice little G1 gun. So yeah, and as you saw in the opening, it is blast effect compatible. So yeah, there's that. So if you got some blast effects, and you know, it just pours into his arm right there. So yeah, that's neat. It actually is a pretty nice little gun. And then he does have this piece right here, which does, hold up, wow, and it doesn't want to come off now, but the black piece back here, it does, I think it's this part here that comes off out of packaging. It's like separated, which obviously this is going to be where whenever we get the little, this is the Combine Wars version, but whenever we get the basically the hands, which I think are going to be coming with the Long Haul and Hook 2-pack, so this is obviously where that's going to port in, obviously, because, you know, he's the arm. So I'm assuming that's where that's going to go, or unless this is the combination port. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming, because based on the Combine War figure. But yeah, I mean, overall, I've kind of been having fun with him. Raise my camera up a little bit so we can take a look. As you can see here, it does have some nice little silver, right? He got some nice silver for his head, nice little red, and he doesn't have a scratch, unlike Red Alert. Then he's got some nice red and purple to kind of help break the chest up. But I do kind of wish maybe he did have like maybe a little bit of silver on the arms at least to kind of help break it up. You know, kind of like what they did with the Combine Wars. We'll just stick him in the back so his older brother so he can be living in the shadow of his older brother. Anyway. But yeah, and then let's see. But yeah, they does have a little bit of purple on the hands, but yeah. So I kind of do wish like maybe they did add a little bit of silver, mainly just on the forearms or maybe on these details right here to kind of help break it up a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. I can just take like my silver Sharpie and just, color that in maybe. But I don't know. I'll see like maybe what Toy Hacks does. Like wait for them to see what I do. But anyway, so over here, we'll go ahead and get an articulation. So his head, well, because, transformation is going to do the transformation. He can look up that much. Then he can look, well, I mean, he can kind of look down that far, but without using transformation, he can look down about that much, but yeah. Arms, obviously, they can do the full 360. And then he can do kind of a 90-degree, but then also he can do a double here, but I mean, that's due to transformation, so, but yeah. He doesn't have he does have a little bit of rotation here, wrist rotation, but that's mainly due to transformation. So there's that. And legs can kick out that far, and they can kick out that far. And this is kind of what confused me at first, because at first I thought he didn't have knee or he couldn't bend his knees, but he can bend his knees. It's kind of a little bit stiff, not crazy stiff, but it's kind of a little bit stiff for me. Then, he does have thigh rotation. Then he does have ankle pivot right there, as you can see. So if you want to do this, and do that, and okay, I think he's the best one that can do the split so far out of the toys I reviewed so far. I don't know. Well, let that be up to you guys. He's the best figure that's done the splits so far on the channel. But yeah, so transformation wise, it was kind of a fun little transformation to figure out. I just get confused on the shovel part. But anyway, so with the arms, let me kind of bring them in. Okay, and get my camera focused. Okay, so the arms, you're going to turn them around, and where the peg is there, it's going to plug in there. So you're going to plug that there, and then where that peg is there, you're going to plug it into that hole there. Vice versa, same as the first. So you're going to do that. And also, my BONECRUSHER did have a QC issue out of the packaging, where you can see that little bit of paint right there. I did contact Hasbro about it, and they sent me a completely random figure to replace it. They sent me an Armada Wheeljack, so I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, so then you're going to, open them up like that, and you're going to push the head down like that. And then the arms are going to go in, yeah, they're going to go in like that. Basically, you're going to want the peg holes. Okay, they're going to tab together also, and you're going to want the peg holes facing upwards. And then this section, you're pretty much just going to leave the same. Then you're going to take the leg treads, and the holes here are going to tab into these pegs here. And then also, obviously, you're going to want to collapse the feet. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to do that. Now, obviously, flip up his canopy, and I think this is the correct way to do it. If I remember right, I think this is the correct way, because, hold on, let me get the box. Okay, then. Oh, actually, no, I'm stupid. Get the box right there. You're going to push that down, and then you're going to do that. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. So you're going to do that there, and this tab here is going to peg into there. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, now we have it done. But yeah. So yeah, now we have a nice little bulldozer. It did throw me off when I first transformed this, because I thought he was kind of missing a whole little section up here. But kind of looking back at pictures, it was G1 accurate. So yeah. And also you can plug his little gun up there. But yeah, he's a cute little bulldozer. So yeah, what you gonna do? He's a cute little bulldozer. I like it. It doesn't roll, it doesn't have wheels, but I mean, he can destroy everything. But yeah, he can slide. He's got some drift. And obviously bringing it for comparison, here he is next to the Combating Warriors counterpart. And yeah, obviously as you can see, there are some similarities in which, as I was saying, I think this is more so based on the IDW comics, I'm thinking, around the time he was coming out. Or the Combiners were coming out, I'm thinking. I can't really remember. I'm not entirely sure. If you guys know or remember, correct me down below. But yeah, overall, he's a fun figure. But yeah, as you can see here, he does have some nice, hold on. But yeah, before I forget to show it off, he does have some nice little details, like right in there, that maybe some silver paint or like maybe a nice little wash or something could have brought it out. He's got some details there. Then, you know, same side as the other side, and yeah, that didn't tab in all the way, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, then there's the back, and yeah, there's that. But anyway, but yeah, now we get into the comparisons. You know, as we've seen here we have the Combiner Wars version of BONECRUSHER next to our new one right here. So we have him. And then here he is next to his best buddy Scrapper, who is a Voyager. Voyager Deluxe. Voyager Deluxe. No? Okay. But there was also something funny I did notice. I pointed this out in my Scrapper review, but I took it out because of mailing time. And with BONECRUSHER, I'm trying to cut the runtime down a little bit. But if you look at the boxes, if I can find it real quick. Okay. Scrappers, it says 1 of 5, but the BONECRUSHERs, they corrected it to a 6. So I found that funny on Scrapper. I think they were just like, okay, so with, I guess they were just copying and pasting all of the aerial bot stuff. So they just kept the 1 of 5. Then whenever they got the BONECRUSHER, they realized, oh, we need to change it to a 6. But anyway, that's Hasbro. And then here he is next to a couple of his leaders. We have his actual leader. We have Megatron. And then we have Soundwave. So yeah, they look skeleton-wise looks pretty good. Come on, Hasbro. When's the new Megatron? Come on. Come on, Hasbro. When's the new Megatron? I know we are getting a new Soundwave. I think supposedly in leaks we are. So that's going to be cool. And of course, that happened after I had ordered I finally was able to find the Legacy Soundwave for a decent price. And I got all the cassettes to go with him, so. But I mean, it's still in my pile of loot on Big Bad Toy Store, so I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, but yeah. And then just for the heck of it, here he is next to Brawn, the Autobot he was shooting. And here he is next to Controversial Arachnid, which honestly is not a bad figure. The price point is really what kills this figure. But honestly, it's not a horrible figure. But anyway, guys, also if you guys may want me to review this, I might actually review it because it's honestly a pretty good figure and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But anyway, guys, so yeah, there's your comparisons for today. But yeah, so that's pretty much been my look, review, overview, however you guys want to say it. But yeah, a BONECRUSHER. Overall, I think he's a pretty fun figure. I mean, I think he could have used like maybe just a little bit of like maybe some paint or something on the arms, just like maybe to help break the green up a little bit of the plastic. But I mean, I think overall he's a fun little figure. He's just a chubby. He's just a little chunky little. He's a chubby little fella. He's just a chunky little fella. But anyway, but yeah, I think he's actually a fun little figure. I say if you can find him, I say go ahead and pick him up. I think $25 is, I say it's alright for the price. But I mean, if you can find him for like a little bit cheaper, because I think Target, I don't know if the sale's still going on, because there's something on Target I am wanting to order. But I think they do have a sale for Transformers where they're like 30% off now, and some people have been getting some of their Age of the Prime stuff for like cheaper than retail. So if you can find it, so if you can find him at Target and get him for like cheaper, then yeah. But I would say try to go ahead and pick him and Scrapper up if you can, because I mean, I kind of feel like once we get closer to the release up to all the Constructicons coming out, they might the previous ones are probably gonna get harder and harder to find. Basically, kind of based on how their movie Devastator was, the Revenge of the Fallen one from Studio Series, because it's like in the beginning they were like easy to find because not a lot of people really wanted them, but once it got closer to them all getting released, all of a sudden they were just sold out everywhere. Nobody could find them anymore, and the only way to get them was like go on eBay or Mercari and pay, and then just pay like triple the price more. But then Hasbro did give us the box set, which a lot of people kind of had a problem with that because it was numbered and it was a little bit on the pricier side. But I think for what you got and for what the figures you got in, I think it was about the same price it would have been. Plus, I think it was a lot cheaper just buying the box set than it was just buying all them figures individually at that point in time. But anyway, before we forget, there we go. The guy that ignited up most of our childhoods. The guy that ignited our childhoods and gave us dreams of ripping people's faces off. But anyway, guys. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to speed my stuff along and keep it shorter. So hopefully this video wasn't too long for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you maybe want to see this guy get reviewed, let me know down below. If not, I mean, I might just maybe throw a review out just for the heck of it, just because it's trendy, just for the heck of it. But anyway, guys, but yeah, so I'll catch you guys in the next review, I guess, or whatever the next video I decide to make and post on this channel is, because at this point I really don't know. I'm really just making whatever I kind of feel like making in the moment. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going with right now. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next one.